I love Rad Chad. His hand seems fine, like not super impressive, but fine. It's a little bit medium against something unfair, but it's okay overall. Deathrite Shaman, sweet. Hand should be pretty okay. We're going to be pondering looking for that card right there, because when you're wearing your Mack Weldon polo, you are the luckiest person in the world. Let's brush the shoulder off a little bit there. Elves. I wouldn't be too surprised if this matchup was hard. It's probably not when you draw like this, though. It's probably not when you draw like this, though. There's some good beats. That is real bad, though. Looking for a third land so we can snap bolt next turn. For those wondering why I bolted the Quarian Ranger instead of the Dryad Arbor, Quarian Ranger allows my opponent to return a forest to their hand. So if I bolted the Dryad Arbor, they would have been able to return it to their hand. So need to kill the Ranger before you can kill the forests. Yeah, Jitte doesn't strictly beat this deck on its own, but Jitte plus True-Name is a huge beating for the opponent. So, like, if we curve out land here and get to go True-Name into Jitte equip Jitte, we're going to run them out of the game. Well, they could go pretty wide here. Birchlaw Ranger plus Nettle Sentinel makes a lot of mana. If we brick on a blue source next turn, we get to go Brainstorm into hopefully a white source, and then stick to Stoneforge Mystic. Yeah, that's just the Magic Online foiling. Looks real bad, I agree. Ding. You get a Tundra here. That was quite the excellent draw. I choose you, Pikachu. We could die this turn, right? They could just natural order and kill us. If we don't die this turn, we'll be in a pretty good spot. Feeling pretty dead. Feeling pretty dead. Nice, Skywarp. Alright, this is definitely a force matchup. It's definitely a Swords of Plowshares matchup. I love that we have 8/1 mana removal here. It's pretty good. This is not a Blood Moon matchup. Explosives is fine. Canonist is okay. It's like not amazing, but it's fine. It's passable. I don't think I want the second, but boarding in the first is probably reasonable. I think Pierce and Flusterstorm just like draw dead too quickly. They're going to get Crater Hoof Behemoth, which gives their creatures trample in addition to a large amount of power. So for those of you that are newer to Legacy or just not familiar with elves, so they natural order for Crater Hoof Behemoth there, which will be lethal. They'd have had 5 creatures, and they could have attacked with several of them. Hoof is gonna give it to you. Ain't that the truth? Gonna give it to you. Gonna give it to you. Thanks, Furco. This is a product from our new sponsor, Mack Weldon Clothing. They provide a premium men's clothing option. You can check them out at bit.ly/HugelClothes. Maybe, I don't know, if we clean the board up, Jace can help take over the board. I think Jace and Spell Pierce are both pretty bad. And like in the early game, we generally, by the time we're able to hold up mana for Spell Pierce efficiently in this matchup, it's not going to have text on it. Is my experience, generally speaking. I'm going to keep this. I'm just going to go explosives on one pass. Yep. Yeah, Modern Super League on Tuesdays is part of why I tend to do Legacy on Tuesdays, so that way I'm not overlapping the Modern Super League with Modern content. I think you're wrong, Nathan. I think you're supposed to plug the sponsor. As Chief Shill Supreme, I'm pretty sure the correct response to a compliment of the sponsor's product is to plug the sponsor's product. It's only been a quarter of a year, Jeff. It feels like much longer though, Justin. Thank you very much for all the support you provide here. Welcome back. No, subscriptions are 30 days from when you place them. So they do not start and begin at the end of the month. We're not blocking here because they have Pendelhaven. They have Abrupt Decay. Does this smell like Abrupt Decay to anybody else? I guess if they had Abrupt Decay, they would have done it right away, right? Maybe? So, Justin, on here, you click the little gear, and you hit Edit Appearance here, and then you should be able to change your channel and global badge here. I believe should allow you to do that. It's just good to get out ahead of it, Fishwife, with how much delay there is, because if you don't get ahead of the small things like that that are like easy things for people to miss, gosh, that forest is beautiful. Oh, we died? That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. All right, let's roll on to the next one, shall we? I would just like to say welcome to everybody who's hanging out here tonight. My name is Jeff Hoagland. I'm a TCG player and content producer here on Twitch. I stream full time. If you're enjoying my content, please consider subscribing to my channel. Subscriptions start at $4.99 a month. And you can find those options on your stream there. If you're on mobile, you can type ! subscribe in chat for details on that. You can also support my stuff by supporting my sponsors. MTGOtraders.com would love to buy and sell Magic Online cards with you. And if you use code Hoagland PayPal at checkout with them, you'll save 8% on your singles orders there. CoolStuffInc.com buys and sells a lot of cool stuff, including TCG singles. Using promo code Jeff5, you can save 5% on Magic, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh cards with them. Mack Weldon provides premium men's clothing using code Jeff Hoagland at bit.ly/HugelClothes. You can save 20% on your first order there with them. At any rate, we're 0-1 here in this league, and you can go ahead see if we can run off the rest of them here. It's our third Legacy League of the evening. Just hanging out, playing some Legacy. After we finish this Jeskai Stoneblade League, we're going to play a league with Burning Nick Shift. So, Rexplosion Sauce. We do this weird thing on this stream where I play Magic to have fun. And I think playing games where I effectively just don't get to play Magic. Like, that was a game where I literally didn't have a way to take that off the table in my deck outside of one singleton extra copy of Engineered Explosives. So we're a huge dog to lose that game, and we're just going to sit there and be miserable while we wait to die. So rather than being miserable playing something that I enjoy, I just move on with my life. It's weird, I know. It's weird, but life is too short to not have fun while playing your hobbies. So if your hobby stops being fun, you should change it to make it fun. It's really strange. It's weird too, because my enjoyment of Magic and streaming in general drastically increased when I stopped playing games that made me miserable. It's weird. It's this really kind of novel concept, but it's improved my quality of life a good deal. Burning Nick Shift sounds like the street name of some weird disease, right? There is a deck list on your screen on the overlay. You can click it and it's going to pop it up. If you're on mobile, you can type !deck in chat to find a deck list. That's a novel concept and you should tell it. I agree. We should bag it up. We could call it Hogland Secret Sauce. Do you have a force of will? If someone's upset about you putting Gristlebrand into play on turn 1, you should just look them square in the face and be like, are you aware that you also could be putting Gristlebrand into play on turn 1? Maybe you should reassess your life decisions. Hey, how about the second one? Rude. My poor mystics. Say snap brainstorm. Sure. We can see your bit badge, Justin. You did it. You have the 7,500 bit badge. 75,000, 75,000. Big green mean machine. All right, chat. Third time's the charm. Third time's the charm. I think I'd actually like to get Sword of Fire and Ice here. I think that's probably our best tool for grinding through whatever they're going to have here. Well, we can't see it unless you toggle it, Nivik. Actually, you're on the leaderboard, right? You also have the 75,000 bit badge, Nivik. You, Swamp, and Justin, all three have that one. We do have an awesome new clothing sponsor, JW. Is it ever correct to wait to make them break a standstill if you have plays or no? It depends on the context. Like, if your deck, if you have a lot of lands in your hand and you think your opponent might miss land drops, you could like wait till they have 7 cards to crack it, so they potentially have to discard more cards. But like, generally speaking, if a deck is built correctly with standstill in it, they're gonna gain more advantage from waiting with standstill. So generally you want to be more aggressive. I'm gonna burn this bolt here, just get it in my bin. I also accidentally reported you for calling my deck terrible. The saltiest of bits from Justin. Alright. Spell Pierce, that's a beating. I guess maybe I could force that there. I don't know, with the factory on the table, like, fighting over the Jace feels less appealing. Don't spell pierce me again. God bless. Creature. Creature. Creature, creature. Double feet. That is kind of a creature. Hey, Fleckmister. With the brand new tier 1 sub. Thank you for that. I do appreciate it. I'm glad you got that sorted. Thank you for the support and welcome. That is a Magic Online event ticket being set on fire. I guess I put this into play because I can bounce Batterskull next turn. Hopefully they hard cast Force of Will here and then we get to Spell Pierce them. Yeah, doggy. Lucky, lucky, lucky. It's the shirt, chat. It's the shirt. Just far, far luckier while wearing the shirt. That's a good one, yeah. That's a good one. Turns off the Mistress Factory from being able to block. Do you have to wear specific clothes for the new sponsor? No. No, I picked up some of their clothing just because I wasn't going to. I'm not willing to advertise for places if I haven't tried their products personally, because I don't want to encourage people to buy things that I don't think are good. But I have non-Mack Weldon clothing too. I did not throw out my entire wardrobe and buy all Mack Weldon stuff. Jeff did my bits. I don't update the spreadsheet during the stream, Justin. I have a quick note off to the side. And it'll get done at the end of the stream. We might be able to grind through them with this Batterskull. I guess they can snap Counterspell here, which kind of sucks. We really just want to draw more threats, right? The fact that I had to Blood Moon before getting a second island makes our Jaces and our True Names much worse, obviously. This matchup's actually pretty bad for True Name, huh? They have a lot of Edict effects here. An advertising company that's starting to advertise on Twitch is who reached out to me about the Mack Weldon stuff. They could have another Hardcast Force or Counterspell. I'm pretty sure we're just supposed to make them have it there, right? Because if we connect even once with the Sword of Fire and Ice, it's just so insanely good for us. That's unfortunate. All right. I mean, I guess we're just gonna play Drago here for a while, right? They saw I went to a tournament in an owl costume, and they're like, good lord, we can help this man. They're gonna deck before we do, right? That's a really good draw. Just like Snapcaster Mage and so many things just bury us, though. Am I supposed to jam? I think I am. Decking is unrealistic because they'll just, Justin with the $25 donation to ensure that the terrible deck is first tomorrow. Sounds good. So, Hobbs, I'm gonna blow your mind here really quick. Hobbs 2232. Did you know that your computer, the thing that you're watching this Twitch stream on right now, is capable of doing more than one thing at the same time? It did pop up, Flick Mister. Thank you for the sub. The first time you subscribe, it goes through automatically. The first time you subscribe, it automatically posts. When you resub, you got to push through the notification on your own. But thank you for the sub, Flick Mister. I appreciate it. Yeah, computers are wild. Even your cell phone can do two things at the same time. And if your cell phone can't, you should throw it out and get a new one because it's a potato. Oh no, chat. They're sculpting our minds. They're sculpting our minds. This is a format where Jace the Mind Sculptor is actually good, chat. It's terrifying. No, I equipped the Jitte there because I want to put the sword on Gideon this turn, I think. Do I? Yeah, I do. I want to just draw a card here. So I'm going to send the Knight at Jace and send this at them to encourage them to crack this Ratchet Bomb to kill my Knight ally. Sure. Maybe I should have put both the equipment on Gideon there. Man, they're pretty close to dead, huh? Aminus Flynn, they can't cast Edict, they don't have a swamp. So that is, cast Edict is not an option that's available to them. Thank you very much for the 213 subscription. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for the continued support. We are basically snap forcing anything they play. Almost anything here. Get him dead. Yep, running him down. This is so much better than our own Mind Sculptor would have been here. This card's really impressive. It's just like a really good Magic card in general. Just very powerful. Closes games out very quickly. Adds pressure to the board. Protects itself well, yep. All right, yeah, I'm just gonna go for this here. I have this force. This is rad, Chad. Dad Chad is 5 mana, Gideon. Alright, chat, let's run him down. He gets knocked down, but he gets up again. You're never gonna keep him down. Kids gets knocked down, but Kids gets up again. You're never gonna keep Kids down. Details on how donation decks work are here. If you have any questions about specifics, feel free to drop me a message. So I'm letting the Snapcaster Mage resolve because Sword of Fire and Ice means my opponent can't block it anyways. If my terrible deck's 5-0, do I get a free league with it? If your terrible deck 5-0s, you can have another terrible deck league in the same month. That's fine. I want them to tap their black source here, so that way they can't cast another Edict from their hand. Got him. Chatterson, taking it down there. All right, this is definitely a blast matchup. This is not a Swords to Plowshare matchup. This probably isn't a Rip matchup. Flusterstorm seems okay. Force seems kind of medium. All right, I'm gonna run to the bathroom. I will be right back. BRB. Okay. Oh. Really didn't have a ton of cards for this matchup. We had to leave Blood Moons in our main deck, which feels kind of bad too. Disenchant for Standstill. Lol. Why is EE good? Explosive doesn't seem particularly good. They had Snapcaster, Jace, and Standstill. That's true, Griffinson. That's true. Blood Moon does turn their win conditions off. I'm gonna pierce this. It's one of their best ways to interact with their artifacts in their blue-black deck. Get to burn this Brainstorm here. Hopefully find some action. Ayo. Wow, that's good. That is definitely quantifies as some action. I'm gonna throw this Batterskull back for now. Probably fetch that away. I can Gideon with Force back up next turn. Stop it. Brainstorm is a very good Magic card, believe it or not. I'm gonna plus this here because if they oh, I guess they get to Edict me now. I'm plussing this because if they Fatal Push my token, they could double tap my Gideon. I just want to keep my Gideon alive at any cost. I don't allow people to send donations to counteract other people's donations. So the only way you can delay a deck that has points in the queue is to send more donations for a different deck. My name is Relic. I play whatever's in the queue. I actually think there's a scred list in the queue that's coming up at some point. If there's a deck that's in the queue that you'd like to see, you're always welcome to donate bits to see a deck that's in the queue sooner rather than later. Let's get my Jace on here. He is, Tom. I need to take a screenshot and add it into the queue. If they have a fatal push here, yeah, I'm gonna Flusterstorm this because that way they can't kill my Jace. Maybe Iron. I'd have to see it. So they could pay to fire up this factory, kill Gideon. That leaves us with the Jace on the table. Blood Moon would be a good pickup. I think I'm gonna Brainstorm with Jace if we draw Brick. Just because like hitting a Blood Moon to turn off the factories would be so good here. Oh, there's a Verdict in my deck here still too. Yeah, my sideboarding was kind of a hot mess. Hey, did I miss the notification? I think I might have missed the notification. What's that? I saw a thing pop up. Maybe I didn't see a thing pop up. So they can snap Edict here. No, I really can't. Decks move up 1 point per day that they're in the queue. But people add things to the queue above decks that are just waiting to be played all the time, so. And remember, all of my streams get archived to my YouTube channel, so if there's something that you really want to see, you don't have to catch it live. You can definitely catch the replay. I'm going to go ahead and bolt this here, I think. Just because if I draw another bolt, I want to be able to use the bolt to protect my Jace the Mind Sculptor next turn. Then burn this now. Actually, Ley Lines and Legacy is already in the queue. So if you wanted to donate to move that deck up sooner, you are welcome to do that. But you actually wouldn't be the first one to want to see that deck. This is interesting. I kind of just want to go keep... Yeah, I'm going to hope that they boarded out Spell Pierce. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to get Batterskull, and I'm just going to hard cast Batterskull this turn. This here, Donation Decks, is a short article that talks about the details on how to get a deck added to the queue. If we get pierced, I'm going to feel bad, but I think this is the play to win line. They have Spell Pierce in their deck post board. Yep. Sometimes people board out soft counters like that in these matchups. Sometimes they leave them in. I think that risk was worthwhile to take. And then, like, this is like the max punishment line, right? They have the Spell Pierce to fully negate our Batterskull into be able to fatal push plus kill the Jace. Well, that is a little bit late, but better late than never. They do have a lot of removal, you're not wrong. Well, this makes the Brainstorm slightly worse. We no longer have Batterskull or Gideon in our deck at this point, though. I'm probably going to have to start talking a little bit less while I play so I can catch up on clock here. We're only up by like 10 seconds at the moment. There's a good chance, even if we lose this game, we lose it very slowly. Although I guess this Jace just starts like ticking right up, right? If 1 copy of Pyroblast and 3 copies of Snapcaster in my deck still to potentially kill this Jace. That could maybe help too. Yeah, I agree. I agree that ticking up Jace is in their best interest. This also shuffles 2 copies of cards that are good back into my deck. I was gonna say, I assume that Stoneforge is dead. Yeah, we really needed to have a Planeswalker of our own stick around. We looked at a bunch of cards, just couldn't find this moon fast enough to protect our own Jace. They keep bottoming cards, so we've got outs here, theoretically. You should send me a deck list that is approximately what you think you're going to play. If you want to change some details after you send me the deck list, like, you know, you're not sure on like the exact numbers of some of the spells, but I like to see the core idea of a deck presented before I accept or reject it. All right, so Blood Moon's going down here. Maybe not. This Counterspell is actually a good draw, because it means if we draw Pyroblast, it's more likely to resolve on this Jace. That being said, we have a very, very small window to draw this Pyroblast or Snapcaster Mage here. We are only playing Legacy today. We're going to finish this league up here with Jeskai Blade, and then we're going to play some Nick Shift after this. So we're going to play this league and then one more tonight. If you type in !donation queue in chat, I always put the decks that we're going to be playing on a given day at the very top of the queue, generally with deck lists available. They put a card on top, so that's the end of it. I'm going to concede before they exile our whole deck here. Gives us plenty of time for game 3 as well. I don't think I want to change how I sideboarded. Oh, you know what? Maybe Disenchant is okay. The Mishra's Factories are actually artifacts, so Disenchant gets to kill them. Verdict's pretty terrible, so one of these seems fine. Let's do that. Maybe... Are these Ethersworn Canonists okay? We have Snapcaster Mage 2 is the thing, but I kind of feel like I just want to overload their threats. Yeah, it's just a Grizzly Bear. I kind of feel like I'm in for a Grizzly Bear. All right, let's do it. Let's try this. I don't know that this is correct, but I feel like I just want more threat density against what they're doing. I think I like that Disenchant can tag their Engineered Explosives. I think there's going to be a lot of situations where, like, they play out Engineered Explosives, but they don't have the mana to blow it up right away, and that gives us a window to kill it with Disenchant. All right, well, that was fun. Let's good I guess I could have scryed and see if we're gonna hit a land. Oh. Good beats, good beats. That's how the cookie crumbles sometimes, chat. Sometimes it's just not your day. Not your match. It's okay, Sky. We had a good run last time with it. You can't win them all, and like we're only 0-2. Like we still cash the league. We've run back plenty of 0-2s into league caches here on this channel. Hearthstone has more variants than Magic, right? How do we do with Delver? 3-2. We 4-1 with Light Nauseam. We 3-2'd with Delver, and we're 0-2 in this league. Hopefully we can run it back. Opponent is 0-3, so probably playing a combo deck of some sort, because combo decks are really terrible in Legacy. So I would expect them more likely to be 0-3 with a combo deck than to be 0-3 with a fair deck. If we 3-2, does that mean Stoneforge is appropriately powered for Modern? Almost certainly. That's the only natural conclusion we can come to. Mono Red Storm, Belcher, Mono Red Storm, excellent. Enjoy the ride, chat. Opponent's gonna do some sweet stuff here, probably. It's not ever my day. So, Helm of Awakening here. Spells cost 1 less to cast. It's fair because it's symmetrical. So it's an artifact Baral. Have I missed the closed sellout speeches? We've done it a couple of times. We'll definitely do it again once or twice more before we wrap up. Noob Shuta. While we're waiting, I could give it to you. Mac Weldon offers premium men's clothing. If you visit bit.ly/Google Sellout, you can save 20% on your first order. I'm actually wearing one of their polos right now. Good quality material, feels very comfortable. It's also odor deterrent, which I haven't. I'm assuming I'm gonna wear this outside at some point over the summer. I'm excited to see how that works. The material is supposed to repel odor, which I'm not obese, but I'm not a little person, so I sweat a bit, especially when I'm running after chasing the kids. I just let it roll off naturally. If you look, I don't say the exact same thing every time, and once I get a really feel for what feels good and rolls off the tongue, I'll stick with that. Poor Hodor, even shirts want to. Odor deterrent, repellent, deterrent, repel, deter. Those definitions are pretty close, right? All right, they've been to Past in Flames there. That's probably decent for them. They just need some more mana to do their thing here. This is a gamble that is an actual gamble, yes. All right, there's a Past in Flame flashback. Opponent is kind of doing it here. This is their first turn of the game. I don't have 6 kids. Did I say 6 kids? I have 2 children. Right? I said chasing the kids, or I intended to say chasing the kids. Yeah, the white and black really kind of pops. Someone mentioned that earlier. Another gamble. They have a Right in Flame left in their bin here, and then they have 3 cards in their hand. I am one of 6. My mother's family has 6 children, her and 5 others. And God bless my grandparents. I don't know how they paid for them, much less how they stayed sane through it. Hazoret's Undying Fury. Cast any number of non-land cards. Yep. Red spells cost 1 less. Act on impulse. Yep. So they can cast this ritual and this Manamorphose. This is still the first turn of the game. God, the art on this is beautiful. Just truly stunning. Opponent blew their load, then failed to go off, so these Blood Moons not looking particularly impressive. Oh, geez, this is all spells. I thought this was Baral. Nope, that is definitely all spells. We could have gotten in cash Jitte. I think we want Sword or Batterskull there. Just either both of those pressure them a little bit faster, and this one generates potential card advantage, which is really nice. This makes them skip their untap step. That's funny. I was like, why didn't their mountain go? Isn't it their turn? I mean, we don't have a lot of pressure. They're going to get 3 to 4 more draw steps before we kill them, so they could realistically come back, yeah. They have, like, having these 2 cards in play, I assume, is very good for them. I use OBS to broadcast through. Streamlabs OBS is also a reasonable piece of software if you're streaming from Windows. If you're streaming from OS X or Linux, OBS is the default standard. All right, kill me dead. Peace, Digitech. Have a good evening. 5.5 hours. It's almost how long I've been live for. We actually played the opponent's deck on stream at one point. If you look back in the archives for Mono Red Storm, you'll be able to find it there. Yeah, Blood Moon's less than stellar. I was gonna say they get to reforge the soul here, right? And all right, Bolchu, please give me Force plus blue card. Okay. All right. Yep. You know the coast is clear. Do terrible, terrible things to me, opponent. Terrible, terrible things. I am your puppet. Stick it in me. I am ready. All right. Brainstorm. Yay! Force of will! Yay! We did it! We did it! We did it! Hooray! Did I miss lethal? No, I drew the bolt off the Brainstorm, right? Yeah, that's fine. All right. Oh, I have to discard. I'm so unlucky. Allows you to play decks without buying the cards, so like no rewards. You really like to just play meme decks in Modern without spending money. Cockatrice, as well as Untapped.in, as well as X-Mage. Lots of different ways you can do that. You can also just like Sharpie on the back of Bulk and play that with friends. Definitely done a lot of Sharpie proxies in my time. Oh, that was a punt. So they can cast Past in Flames twice here. That was a big mistake. So I was like, I'll just force whatever they get with the Burning Wish, not thinking about this being a card that they could get. So that was a mistake. I think we're probably dead at this point. If you learn how to find answers to for yourself using the answer machine to simple things like that, Relic, your life will be much, much happier. Quick Google search, yep. That's true. If we're not dead at this point. So my mistake there was I should have forced that Burning Wish when they played that and they went and got the Past in Flames. They just had so much mana. I should bring in Pyroblast, right? All right, good. I think that's good. I don't want any of the other things. Yep. I think about Mono Bluetron in Modern. I think it's one of the many like tier 3 decks that people play and are successful with on occasion. Not particularly good, but it's been around long enough and enough people have played it in enough events that it's had some results. EE for empty, maybe? No, they had the draw 7 in their discard pile. I definitely wanted to force the draw 7. The draw 7 was the least likely to miss. Definitely want a third land here. Is Card Sphere why MOTL died? I don't know what MOTL is. What does that acronym stand for? Card Sphere has nothing to do with Magic Online. Hopefully forcing that Helm messes up their math to not let them go off. I've never heard of that either. I do a lot of stuff related to Magic. If you type !donation queue in chat, you'll get a URL to a Google spreadsheet that has my donation deck list inside of it. Spellpierce is a decent hit here. Definitely putting a land back. I'm just gonna throw a True-Name back here too. I am wearing their stuff. It's actually the first time I've really ever had any high-end clothing before. It's very comfortable. In fact, when I put my old MTG Card Market shirts on after wearing a couple of the Mack Weldon t-shirts that I had, the Card Market shirts definitely felt like sandpaper. It was like, well, I'm not gonna wear these anymore. These other shirts are much better. What do you think about Teferi and Modern? Stop it, Justin. Take your salt shakers and shove them somewhere else. Fire and Ice? I think I just want to draw cards. Maybe my desire to draw cards should just be beating them with Batterskull. I don't know. I feel like I need to draw into more disruption. Owl suit confirmed, not high end. I guess they're just trying to find a land with this probably, right? You may play cards exiled this way. So rest in peace. God bless. That's what I'm talking about. Rest in Pepperoni's opponent. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Go to sleep. Mono red deck. Do 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 do. Well, they don't. Maybe they do suits, they do jackets. Most of their stuff is more casual wear. It's like high-end casual wear. I guess, is polo considered casual wear? It's not like fitted suits and stuff like that, I don't believe. Unless I'm misremembering. They do like t-shirts, they do underwear, jackets, polos. I like polos. Klutz made fun of me for liking polos, but I like polos. I'm almost 30. I can wear polos. Yeah, the guy in this, I'm pretty sure they do jackets. I don't believe they do suits. Underwear, undershirts, socks, tops, t-shirts, polos, sweatshirts, jackets. I believe that's just a jacket. True dadwear, right? This is not the last league, Bardic. We're gonna play a league with Burning Nick Shift after this to close out the night. I'm gonna make sure we get 4 leagues in. I feel bad if we do a long stream day and don't do at least 4 leagues. These legacy leagues are longer though, for sure. Might end up being closer to an 8-hour stream as opposed to a 6 or 7-hour stream tonight. Nor are you, Gideon. Drop the Sword of Fire and Ice into play. Yeah, right, Bardic? We actually played Land Nauseam for the first league, actually. So that's a combo deck. It's just like not an all-in combo deck, so it has some longer games. I don't think they can take this rip off the table. My sorted up Stoneforge Mystic is gonna close this game out pretty quick. Don't knock Justin's Teferi idea in Modern. He is too good, don't worry, Justin. I'll tell you what, Justin. There was a Jeskai control deck at the Open this past weekend that top 16'd or top 32'd, and it had a copy of Teferi in its main deck. It had 0 Jace the Mind Sculptor and a Teferi. There was also a Esper control deck that won the Modern Challenge on Magic Online that had a Teferi in it. And with that, I'm kind of shifting around here because I'm restless. We've been sitting for about an hour. Let's stand up, enjoy the ride, chat. Up, 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 and away we go. So they have 2 mana with this plus this. I'm just going to counterspell this to keep this around. Can't spell pierce it. I feel like I'm flying. Up, up, and away. Big Gids. Big Gideon. Spin the G's. We doing Big Gideon up in NYC. Treadmill desk. They actually, the site I bought this from, they sell a little mini treadmill you can put under the desk. I walk usually an hour a day at the gym though, so I get a good bit of treadmill action in. Good amount of walk. Rode the bike for a little bit this morning too. I want to leave the red up because they could wheel me into a lightning bolt here. Tilt. Pierce probably means we got him. Gosh, even this league, we're an hour and 5 minutes in. This is only match 3, only game 2 of match 3. I reached out to the desk company because I know with certainty that I have successfully sold several of their desks. Their advertising department has to be run by someone that either doesn't understand technology or is afraid of it. They emailed me back once or twice, and I told them what I do, and they just stopped responding to my emails. It was really annoying. That's why my desk command says you should mention me if you buy a desk, because maybe if they have enough people mention the stream, they'll be like, yeah, this kid was right. We should sponsor him. Double Force, let's go. Welcome to Thunderdome. You aren't exactly a flagship figurehead of the community. I mean, I'm one of the largest Magic streamers on Twitch, and our community isn't huge, but, you know, the minimal amount that I charge for advertising based on the reach that I give is very reasonable. Jumping up and down, the only people that think I'm outside of the Magic community what I expect of people is just considered intelligent and reasonable discourse. Me expecting people to articulate themselves and explain what they're doing in a conversation, that's called being a fucking adult. I get that that's different and it's controversial for Twitch because people are expected to just get to like vomit whatever they want out of their mouths in any Twitch chat at any given point, but like it's really not that innovative or different. My language isn't always extremely family friendly, but places advertise in TV shows that have swears pretty constantly, so like swearing isn't really like, you know, that's big. That's fair. That's fair. Fuck. I basically only use Facebook to communicate with family members at this point, and like I had my newsfeed open and one of my mother's friends had posted something that was really silly, and I was just like, I like tried to have a conversation. I tried to have a conversation with her about something, and then all of a sudden I was like, holy crap, I am being trolled by a 50-year-old woman right now. Just like full on trolling. Just, I was like, the world as I knew it. Thanks for watching, Nerfles. And the person I just banned there in chat, if me expecting you to articulate yourself and detail why the things you're, if you think that's rude, you don't need to be here. Like, again, that's just me expecting people to not waste my time. You know what's rude? Wasting people's time. Coming in here and using chat as basically magic Google, that's not a good use of my time or use of space in the chat when people that have questions that are specific that you couldn't figure out by typing, how do I do X into a Google search? Actually, it's funny, and advertisers are smart and realize it. The Mac Weldon email that they sent me talking about how to advertise their stuff, because a lot of people aren't good at self-plugging and advertising things. I like to think I'm kind of okay with it, okay at it. They actually explicitly said it's okay to swear while advertising our product if you think it helps you connect with your audience better. Because guess what? If you aren't selling children's thing, adult language and swearing, that's part of society. That's how a lot of people talk. It's okay to swear if you're an adult. Fuck yeah, clothing! Mac Weldon's great, fuck yeah! Alright, I'm gonna force this one, I think. Do I need to force this one? Yeah, I don't want them to, like, cast and empty the Warrens here. Like, that's how I lose this game, right? Is, like, an empty the Warrens. Yeah, once upon a time, I had a bunch of random people on Facebook, just like I accepted all the Pinky. Thanks for the 4-month resubscription, a third of the year. Welcome back. I appreciate the continued support. I used to accept and add everybody on Facebook, and then the last election cycle happened, and I was just like, nope. This is having 3,000 random people commenting and looking at stuff is just not gonna make my life happy. It's okay to swear. It doesn't make you a bad person. That's just how adults talk sometimes. It's part of the English language. It's a very high noise to signal is a very good way to put it. That's why whenever what Nerfy said, thanks for holding people to a higher standard rather than spewing crap. Looking forward to the stream tomorrow. Thank you for the bits, Rekindled Soul. I appreciate that. Welcome. I think I'm supposed to force this because they could be going ritual into empty the Warrens here. It's like whenever like a lot of my friends my age don't also have kids. And, like, just like me, I occasionally slip up and swear in front of the kids, or, like, you know, one of them swears in front of the kids. Until one of them drops, you know, a swear word at school, I really don't think it's that big of a deal. Like, my kids are going to go out into the world and they're going to hear other people, adults, talk like that. That is how people talk in parts of the world. And, like, making it this big, scary, taboo thing, like, that it doesn't really need to be, I think is silly. It's funny, during undergrad, I actually worked for a children's theater company. And me and the other guy that ran the tech stuff, we just didn't talk when the children were within ear distance, because we knew that, like, the way our minds and our mouths worked, that we were just gonna slip up and swear in front of the 3 and 4-year-olds. New sponsor hype. I was just needing some new clothes. Gorgia 1954. Thank you for the 12-month resubscription. An entire year. Welcome back. Thanks for the continued support. All right, if they don't get us here, we should be in a pretty good spot. And the fact that we have this Rest in Peace in play should make it pretty hard for them to get us, I think. And their lands don't untap too, so, like, they're not going to get a do-over. Gamble. Who cares when you could just Hail Mary those away? Looks like they bricked off again. How our opponent's draw has gone this game feels a lot like how it went when we played this mono red storm deck. Just kind of like bumps off and doesn't really do anything. We can disenchant this Lotus Petal. And their lands don't untap here. They can't block the sword. I'm gonna disenchant the crap out of this Lotus Petal. All right, 1 and 2. Battling back, feeling a 3-2 rally. I would just like to say thank you to everybody who's hanging out here tonight. My name is Jeff Hoagland. I'm a full-time streamer and content producer here on Twitch. We swear, we expect people to explain themselves. You know, we just have an all-around good time. If you're enjoying my content and you want to help me make more content like this, please consider subscribing to the stream. My subscribers keep me doing what I do here full-time. You can also support my stuff by supporting my sponsors. InkedGaming.com would love to help you customize your gaming experience. Using code Jeff12, you can save 12% on custom playmats, mouse pads, binders, and bags with them. Cardsphere.com would love to help you turn your Magic cards into other Magic cards or cash directly with other players. There's no haggling. They just take a 1% fee off the top. And this stream is made possible by viewers like Anaronix, Justin, Nivik, and you. At the very least, if you're new and enjoying the stream, please make sure you hit that follow button. Following the stream doesn't cost you anything. It lets you know when I go live and with what. I always try and put the names of the decks in the stream title so that way you can kind of know what to expect when I go live. And if something sounds really sweet and you can't catch it live, be sure to check out my YouTube channel. All of my streams get archived there so you can catch just the stuff that you might miss that you want to see. I break them up by deck and by matchup so you can watch just the ones that you care about. Most of the banners the sponsors send me, I just send them the dimensions. The Mac Weldon one I had done up by my buddy that did a few of my emotes. Does a lot of graphics work, and like the subs banner my wife has cobbled together. No, I don't understand what the point of a programmable thing is. It's just like hotkeys are pretty no, I just click the buttons. You can hotkey everything in OBS. It's very easy. I don't understand why you need a thing of buttons when I literally have a thing that is literally all buttons here in front of me. I don't understand. I literally have this giant tray of buttons to make my whole computer work. So why do I need a second thing with more buttons on it? We've got these really sweet function keys. You can hold down Control and Alt. I am going to spell pierce the crap out of this one. Get out of here. Maybe I'm supposed to save the spell pierce for an exploration. We've got 3 blood moons and 3 rest in peace in this deck. So hopefully this matchup will be pretty good for us. But those buttons are already assigned. I guess. Maybe piercing that was wrong and I'm supposed to save it for the enchantment. But like, there's no guarantee that I'm going to have that. I'm gonna grab Sophie here to try and run their stuff down. Barbarian Ring. Oh, this needs Threshold, right? Yeah, I agree with that jumping up and down. That just like, there's just very diminishing returns on it. So we just really need to find Blood Moon ASAP here. So, this is a little awkward because I want to crack this fetch to shuffle these cards away off my deck, but that fetch is also my only red source. I think I just have to accept that I'm getting wastelanded here. I guess I could fetch Basic Island here and hope to find a red source. Oh, I could fetch Mountain. We have a Basic Mountain in our deck, right? Yeah, Basic Mountain, baby. Forgot we had a Basic. That's hilarious, Noob Shooter. I wish I could say I was surprised, but all right, so the last card is Punishing Fire. Yeah, it's not, I don't understand the purpose. It just seems like added clutter. It needs like one of those like buzzword type things where like, oh, this seems neat, but like in actuality, like you don't really need it. I don't think it really does anything that you otherwise. Oh, I should have bolted their dome there, right? 10 out of 10 should have bolted their dome. Do I snap? All right, well, now I'm not going to snap Brainstorm at end step because I want an extra chance to draw a plow. I think Karn's really sweet in this format. I think it's probably really good in the mono red prison decks, and I think it's very reasonable. It's likely very reasonable in a lot of the Ancient Tomb style decks in Legacy. So you get 3 shots at a plow here. And there are only 3 plows in our main deck. Kill this, sure. Oh, I guess I should have done this during their upkeep, right? Because I'm giving them a chance to, like, spend and return here. It doesn't seem like a very good card in 12 post, because 12 post is the style of deck that should be able to beat up on fair decks anyways. I guess I get 3 more looks here with that. Hey, Josiah. Howdy, howdy. Done. A good matchup does not equate to an unlosable matchup by any stretch of the imagination. All right, so Force is good. EE is reasonable. The extra Plow is good. Disenchant seems fine. Rest in Peace could be okay. Bolt does not seem very good. Umezawa's Jitte doesn't seem very good. Supreme Verdict doesn't seem very good. Blood Moon's excellent, obviously. Maybe the Counterspell and the Spell Pierces aren't good enough. That's pretty clean. This soda just ran right through me. I'm gonna be right back. Do we have enough blue cards for Force? That's a real question. Might actually be close right now. Ooh, yeah, I think we're low. 17. 17's like the floor. Maybe I don't want these EEs and Disenchant is fine. Leave these in. Yeah, I'd buy this for $1. And yeah, we did draw the same 2 cards we put back because that's how Magic Online shuffling algorithm works. Or doesn't work, depending on how you look at it. Yep, sign me up. I'm gonna bottom that, looking for a red source. Ding. Oh, I should have drawn the Counterspell this turn, right? Because then I could cast Force of Will. All right, we're just gonna move on to other things. That was a mistake on my part. That was very, very winnable. So I punted that one, but ran a little bit bad in some of these other ones. I don't know. I played a lot of iterations of these Jeskai decks, and I missed some bits. Camwell, thank you for the 200 bits. Sorry I missed them while I was in the bathroom. Take the rest of my bits and throw them at the Modern Coin Flip deck. Sounds good. Sounds good. We'll do when we're all done tonight. Every time I play these decks, I really feel like they're just like bad versions of Grixis and 4-color control. Like, they're doing a lot of the same things and have a lot of parallels, but like, Deathrite Shaman's a fucked up Magic card. I don't know what you want me to say. Like, Deathrite Shaman is just an obnoxious Magic card that really does a lot of things. And if you're playing a fair deck, you should probably be registering that card, right? Like, this is a fair deck where the only really unfair thing it does is True-Name, and you can do True-Name with Deathrite. So just do those 2 things together. All right. The last deck is